Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about the Flash movie because Andy Muschietti blames women for the reason why the movie failed. Well, you know, it wasn't appealing anyway, but let's be honest, it really was the fact that it was bad story. WB's interference with everything that Zack Snyder had planned for it. Ezra Miller erratic behavior, whether he did or didn't, it doesn't matter. Lazy CGI, disrespectful supposed tributes to the DC universe, trying to write out Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck for Michael Keaton's Batman and whoever was going to be the new Superman at the time, or with that ugly androgynous Supergirl. There were a lot of reasons why. So Andy Muschietti sat down with Variety or other ones. I don't know if it's just Variety or whatever. Who cares? He explained why his $200 million tentpole was a box office dud. So y'all already know the Flash only grossed $271 million on a $200 million budget. So that means it only made $71 million profit. That's bad. That is bad, honestly. But it failed to hit the quadrant of moviegoers. He said men over 25, men under 25, women over 25, and women under 25, despite Warner Brothers' best effort. The Flash failed among all those reasons, but it's because it wasn't appealing to women. Like when you spend $200 million making a movie, Warner Brothers wants you to bring your grandmother to the theaters, and they just didn't show up. He also says that he found out that a lot of people don't care about the Flash. Andy, stop the damn lying, because everybody was confused. Like, instead of having two Ezra Millers, you could have had Grant Gustin in it, because he was another version of Flash. We literally had 9 seasons of the Flash on the CW. Whether you liked it or didn't like it, it doesn't matter. The Flash show still was there. It was in the culture zeitgeist. Everybody was saying, how come you just didn't add Grant Gustin into this multiverse virtual movie? Because it would have made the most logical sense. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that in the Flash movie, there was no Flash villain. And people were like, oh, they made Dark Flash. But first off, Dark Flash is a Flash that is running to chase a Flash who's died. You get what I'm saying? Like Barry Allen. Barry Allen, when he died in Crisis on Infinite Earth, the Black Flash comes after him because he's supposed to be dead. That is what the Dark Flash is. Dark Flash isn't some Colossus sharp edge psychotic Barry Allen. You get what I mean? So I didn't even understand what that was. The CGI was lazy. Sasha Calle's Supergirl suit was ugly and unappealing. She was unappealing. Then you race swap her, because yes, Kara is a white woman. Whether you like it or not, she's a white woman. Then you took the story, because Henry Cavill really should have been there instead, where you have a Superman that's being captured or whatever, and then you try to do a redux of Man of Steel too. So not only were you were disrespecting Henry Cavill, you were disrespecting Man of Steel, you were disrespecting Zack Snyder. Then with Michael Keaton, you disrespected Michael Keaton too, which first off, you shouldn't even have brought his old ass back. You know what I'm saying? Not for this movie, when you had Ben Affleck's Batman right there. And on top of that, you had what's his name? When you had Jeffrey Dean Morgan there as Thomas Wayne, that would have been a perfect opportunity to bring him in and let him play the Flashpoint Batman. If you were going to at least do a Flashpoint, where was Reverse Flash at? You didn't even do any of that kind of stuff. You just did a movie and made no sense. The CGI was hot garbage, to the point where you made the Flash CW CGI look like a masterpiece. You really want to put blame on yourself, but stop trying to put blame on the female. Stop trying to put the blame on people don't like the Flash. Flash is like one of the most popular DC characters of all time. You know what I'm saying? He literally lasted the longest on the CW, like in season wise. So what are you talking about? And then he basically trying to say that people don't care about the Flash as much as they care about Batman and Superman. And he noted that women just don't care about superheroes, especially the Flash. And he said in private conversations, I found a lot of people just don't care about the Flash in particular. And then he said he found it out basically by talking to mostly women. All of that is just going to wind up going against the film. And it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, women do like these superheroes. I mean, well, they don't really like Flash like that, but you needed to make an appealing movie. And honestly, that was a mistake of Warner Brothers, because I'm not going to put this on Warner Brothers. I'm not going to put this on Zack Snyder. I'm going to put this on Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers was trying to push Ezra Miller. A lot of y'all don't know that he had a signed contract deal with Warner Brother where he was going to star in a lot of their movies. Like, people have to understand that some actors and actresses still get a signed on deal, where if you notice they show up in a lot of companies movies. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, I think Holly Berry had a few. I think where it was Fox, I believe it was Fox. That's why we saw her not only in the X-Men movies, but in other movies that were produced by Fox, because she had to sign on agreement with, I think First Looks or something like that. So when you sign a contract like that, you're going to put it on there. So with Ezra Miller, they already signed him for Warner Brothers stuff. So that's why he appeared in Fantastic Beasts, Know Where to Find Them, Justice League, and then there was another movie that he was doing that was through WB as well, because they were trying to make him the next big thing. And then with the whole non-binary, non-conversion bullshit, they were trying to be like, ooh, look, because when they cast him as Flash, it was like, oh, the first non-binary actor to play Flash. Why? Who asked for that? Who asked for that? You know what I mean? Honestly, the only person who seemed to even get him together was Zack Snyder. Honestly, you know, because even when he was talking about the Flash movie, when they did the DC fandom, he was fucking weird. He was creepy. That's not a turn on. That he's not a leading man. He's not sexy. He's not appealing. So why would women go and see him? Hell, a lot of us guys were like, "What the hell is this? He's a freaking weirdo, and we don't want it." So duh, that's another reason. Then you race swap Supergirl again. That's a problem. Then not only did you race swap her, you didn't even give her a proper costume of Supergirl. That's another problem, you know? And there was no underlining story. What was the story about? I'll wait. Exactly. Nothing. Nothing was there. So for you to even blame females for your failure, to blame people not liking the Flash for your failures, is crazy. And the fact that they're giving this man another chance with Batman Brave and the Bold is retarded. You know? Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. Y'all deserve y'all failures, DC Studios, because he failed y'all already with this movie. And instead of like finding somebody else, you say, oh, let's give it to him again, because you want to know why? Because he'll listen to all the changes that you guys will make. This was a colossal failure, but Andy has no one to blame but himself, because even if WB did interfere, you're still a director that had a lot more freedom and control than the average one. Because I know James Wan didn't really have much control of Aquaman 2. We already know the whole situation with Zack Snyder and David Ayer. You get what I mean? So you were at the time where they were literally letting the directors and creatives do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to hear, oh, it's everybody else's fault. No, it's time for you to take personal responsibility and say, yes, I made a shit ass movie in the conversation. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.